Are you kidding me? Another box of nickels to hunt? That's right, we haven't finished the album yet, and so we're hoping that this box does the trick. Stay tuned. Hey collectors, thanks for watching. I'm the collector of coins, and that's right, I have another box of nickels to hunt. On our way to try to finish an album. We just need 2 more nickels. I'll show you that album in a minute. But before I do that, I'd just like to ask to please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. And also consider becoming a member. Make sure you turn on notifications and check out the links in the description. If you haven't seen the series where I'm trying to finish an album, I'll put a link up top so you can look at the other videos. That being said, let's grab that album. All right, collectors, well, here's the album, and as you can see, we just need the 1939 out of Denver, which is a key date, and a 1943 out of Denver, which is not a key date, but it is a silver wartime nickel, and I'm struggling to find it. The rest of the album is filled up and looking pretty good. Turn the page. As you can see, here they are, including fabulous condition of the 1950D. Well, we're going to try to fill this up again. We also started another album this year simply because I was getting duplicates. Of course, it needs the same 2 from the current album and a few more. So if we happen to find these, we'll put them in as well. We have the Buffalo Nickel album. We've been doing really well finding Buffalo Nickels lately. I'll put a link to the last video so you can see the number that we found in that one. It was unprecedented. And we also find Canadian nickels, so we have albums there. Oh, and before I forget, please check out the link below for my active giveaway. There may be an active giveaway if I haven't reached 2,000 subscribers by the time this video premieres. All right, with that being said, we got the box open. It is circulated. I mean, it's filled with circulated nickels, which is great. We see a few recent ones, but we also see some oldies. I don't see anything else on the top that gives us any hint of what's really inside. So there's only one way to find out, and that's to get focused and start the hunt. So I'll bring you in as soon as we find anything from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, or earlier. First find of the hunt, and it's from the 40s, a 1949, and it's from Denver. I forgot to mention, this came out of roll number 2. On to 3. Well, collectors, I'm going through roll number 3, and we've come across a 1938. It's got some nice detail in it, a little damage on the rim. And, holy cow, all right, this is out of Denver, so this is a key date. We have this date on the main album. We need a 39D. But I'll take the 38D any day. And I think we need it for the second album. Let me check. Well, I checked both albums, and we have them both albums. But at 5.4 million minted, I'll take this any day. What a great find. 1938 out of Denver. So collectors, I put the 1938 underneath the microscope. I'm having second thoughts. I'm wondering if this was an altered 1958. I'm going to have to do a little more research. I think I got excited, but it sure does look like a 3, possibly a 5. I'm going to have to take a look at the other coins as reference. Stay tuned. Well, here's another 1938. This one's in the album. This is a 38D. And let's take a look at the 38P. Wondering if it's just damage on the coins. From this distance, those definitely look like 3s. Let me grab that other one we just found again. Hey, collectors, so I'm thinking this is actually a damaged 1958 and not a 1938 out of Denver. Collectors, I'm going to assume this was an altered 1958 to look like a 38. I should say 58D to look like a 38D. And if this was submitted to a coin grading service, they would treat this as a counterfeit coin if they perceived it was altered like that. Counterfeit being altered to look like a different coin. Roll 5 gives us 2 more finds. We got a 1940. This one is from Philadelphia. And we got 1952. And that one's also from Philadelphia. So we got 4 finds. And even though that 1938D looks like a 58D altered, that's a find because it's from the 50s as well. All right, we just got our first Canadian nickel of the hunt. This one came out of roll 7, and it's a 1995. We have another find. This one's coming out of roll 11, 1940, out of Philadelphia. Our third find from the 50s, and our, what is that, 5, 6, 7th overall. And this one comes out of roll 14, a 1953, out of Philadelphia. Roll 15 was missing a nickel, but despite being a nickel shy, we found another 1953, and this one is from Denver. Collector's roll 17 gets us another find, 1956, out of Denver. Roll 18 gives us 2 finds, a 1952 out of Denver. We'll have to put that underneath the microscope to make sure. And a 1939. It's worn. Let's hope it's the Denver. No, it's not. But we will look for the double die reverse underneath the microscope as well. All right, stay tuned. I'm going to go get the microscope. All right, so we put the 1952 underneath the microscope first, and the reverse shows us that that is a Denver mint mark. Damage for sure. All right, let's take a look at the 1939. Okay, collectors, well, we're looking for the double die reverse on the 1939. And it's dominant in the E's, but these are just really damaged. But you could also see it in Monticello, and frankly, this Monticello is not showing any of the doubling characteristics. I did find a 39 DDR coin roll hunting. I sent it out to get graded by PCGS, and it's due back any minute. Well, any day, I should say. I will have a video of the unveiling of that grading coming up in the future. All right, let's get back to the hunt. We got 2 more finds coming out of roll 19. We got a 1941 very worn Philadelphia. And we got a 1954 rim damage. But that one's from Denver. All right, well, roll 20 gives us a 1951 Philadelphia. Roll 22 gives us a 1957 from Denver. All right, we got another find coming out of roll 23, and it is a 1939. Pretty rough shape, but let's hope it's the Denver. We need it for the album. And no, it's the Philadelphia one. All right, well, I'm going to put this underneath the microscope to see if that's a double die reverse. I'll only bring you in if it is. Otherwise, we'll move on. Okay, we have 2 more finds coming out of roll 24. This one is from 48 rather, and that is from Philly. And this one is a 1946, also from Philly. Hey, collectors, we're into roll 28. I thought that was a silver wartime nickel, but that's from 1976. But as I fan out the roll, it did have a silver wartime nickel. We need a 1943 Denver, but we don't have that. We got a 1945 out of Philadelphia. All right, well, you know what? I can't complain over finding a silver wartime nickel. We got to go through the rest of the roll, but first silver nickel of the hunt. Also in the same roll, we had another find. This one is a 1948, pretty nice shape, from Philadelphia. Hey, collectors, well, the roll that we just went through, which was roll 31, had 5 finds in it. 1941, I believe that's out of Denver. Yes, it is. We also got a 56, also out of Denver. A 1955, Denver as well. We also have a 1953 Denver, all Denver. Let's see what this one is. And the fifth from the same roll is this really nice shape, right? 1956 Denver. So we just found 5 Denver minted coins mixed from the 40s and 50s, all in one roll. That's amazing. Hey, collectors, I just opened up roll 32, and a few coins in, we found this 1942 Silver Wartime nickel, and it's in great shape. I'm pretty sure this is an upgrade. This is out of Philadelphia. Yeah, really nice looking. Wow, our second Silver Wartime nickel of the hunt. All right, let's see if there are any more. Same roll, and we pulled out 1959 out of Denver. Still in roll 32, our third find in that roll, a 1949, and this one is from Philadelphia. Hey, we have 3 more finds. This one comes out of roll 33. We got another one from 1949. A little bit of the Ring of Death on that. That one's from Philadelphia as well. And we got a 1954 from Denver and a 1958 also from Denver. We just need a 39 out of Denver and a 43 out of Denver. Maybe the fact that we're pulling in a lot of Denver minted coins is a good sign. Fingers crossed. We have another find. This comes out of roll 36. It's a 1947 Philadelphia. Roll 38 gives us this 1941 Philadelphia. Collectors, look at this beauty that came out of roll. Is that 41? Or yeah, roll 40, actually roll 42. First year Jefferson, 1938. This looks to be in about uncirculated condition. It's from Philadelphia, so it's not a key date, but this is just a gorgeous coin. Hopefully this will upgrade. If not, I'll keep this one for sure. But wow, what a nice find. Roll 44 gives us a 1941 out of Philadelphia. Collectors, roll 46 looks to have another Silver Wartime nickel. And it is. It's not a Denver mint. That's the one that we need, is a 43 out of Denver. But this would be our third Silver Wartime nickel of the hunt. That's one from Philadelphia, and it's a 1945p, which is our second 1945p of the hunt. 3 Silver Wartime nickels in one box. Maybe the best I've ever done. Further into that same roll, we got a 1949 out of Denver. And roll 57 brings us another find, a 1954, San Francisco. And collectors, the final coin of the hunt coming out of roll 50. And you know what? We end very similar to how we start. A 1959 out of Denver. And this one, you can tell it's a 59. It's not an altered 59 to look like a 39. All right, well, collectors, we got a ton of finds to go through. Hang on, I'll bring it back in for the wrap-up, and then we'll look at the albums. Well, collectors, look at the results. We got to get these sorted out. Silver Wartime nickel, first year Jefferson, and another Silver Wartime nickel that I already put into the flip. We'll get these sorted by year, 40s and 50s, so we can do a final tally. Oh, and the 30s, because we got a few. Hey, collectors, well, we're here for the wrap-up, and what a hunt this was. We have, let's see, 14 from the 40s, 24 from the 50s, 2 from the 30s. These are 1939s. We have this almost uncirculated 1938, highlight of the hunt, and 3 Silver Wartime nickels. 2 from 1945, both out of Philly. I already put 1 in a flip, and 1 from 1942. And that one from 1942 comes out of Philadelphia. And that one will most likely be an upgrade. We found 1 Canadian. Meantime, we're going to see if anything upgrades. We were not able to fill the album. We didn't get any. We didn't get the 1939 Denver or the 1943 Silver Wartime out of Denver. But this was a great hunt nonetheless. All right, let's see if we have any upgrades. Oh, collectors, the 1938 that I had already in the album and the other album or slightly better than the one we just found. So surprisingly, it's not an upgrade. It will go in a flip. But we did get one upgrade. The 1942 Philadelphia Wartime Nickel is in better condition than the one in the album. So we'll do this upgrade and we'll call it a wrap. Well, collectors, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe, and as always, happy collecting.